Hello, this is Dr. Nida with Keys of Health. Today we will discuss a topic which excites some and evokes a groan among others: exercise. Don't leave yet. I'm not going to do a fitness class with you. Like always, I will try to give you an in-depth understanding of the topic, and you, of course, will decide what you want to do with it. So let's get started. Most common excuse for people for not exercising is lack of time. Trust me, I understand. However, I believe that if people had a better understanding of just the word exercise, it would change their perception and attitude towards it. If you look up in a dictionary, exercise is any activity, and I mean any activity, which requires physical effort carried out for a specific purpose. This means walking, mopping, vacuuming, grocery shopping are all forms of exercise. The problem, though, is that these daily chores are not enough exercise for our bodies. If you ask your grandparents about their day-to-day lives and what their daily chores were like, you will notice a stark difference. And we're talking just a few decades ago. People just a few generations ago didn't necessarily need any extra exercise. They walked a lot more than we do. They did their dishes standing in front of the sink while we stick them in the dishwasher. They would stand in lines at a bank or post office waiting for their turn while we sit in front of the computer to take care of all of these chores. It adds up. These movements, the standing, all of this adds up. And don't underestimate the diet. Just food, the difference in food in the last few generations is huge. Junk food was a new phenomenon just a few decades ago, and an idea that was frowned upon. Eating out at restaurants was reserved only for special occasions. Packaged foods were expensive and not so easily available. It was common for families to cook and eat together. What we call organic today was their regular food, was their regular produce that they were getting. The food industry has changed so much, and the new norm are calorie-rich, processed, easy to obtain foods regardless of their health risks. Because our diet has changed so much, and because we don't naturally exercise or move around as much, we need supplementary exercise. We need to take the time out to include that in our daily lives. If 100 years ago, a man ran around the block in circles early in the morning, people would think he's nuts. He's lost his mind. It was unheard of. It was unnecessary. They were walking, moving, lifting, pushing, standing, climbing stairs. Day-to-day exercises which were enough to burn off excess calories that they were consuming from their naturally healthy diets, and enough to keep their bodies functioning properly. And the same is true for people, for laborers who are working out on the streets, carrying, lifting, building, construction workers. They're naturally active. There's a very, very slim chance you're going to find people who are in this industry and they're overweight. We unfortunately are not living in those times where exercise was not necessary. We need to schedule in some time. Let me give you some ideas and tips to lead a more active life and some simple exercises you can do to get your body functioning at its best. But before we go into that, I'm going to touch upon why we need to move at all. What is actually wrong with being a couch potato? Our bodies have two types of fluid systems, blood and lymph. Heart pumps the blood, and that's how blood moves around the body. The other fluid is lymphatic. It is considered the drainage system of the body. The lymphatic system helps maintain fluid balance in the body by collecting excess fluid and particles from tissues and depositing them in the bloodstream. It also defends the body against infection by supplying disease-fighting cells. The problem with lymphatic system is that it doesn't have a pump like a heart, to move the fluids in the body. It relies on body's natural movement. The more a body moves, the more effectively its lymphatic system works, and the healthier the body is. And this is one of the primary reasons why people who have an inactive lifestyle and don't move too much tend to become ill and develop chronic diseases. These chronic diseases include heart problems, strokes, blood pressure, breathlessness, flabby body, lack of energy, stiff joints, osteoporosis, poor posture, obesity. You name a disease, and I will show you how it is related to sedentary lifestyle and lack of exercise. On the other hand, if you exercise regularly, it can make you feel happier. It can help with weight issues. It is good for your muscles and bones. It can increase your energy levels. It can reduce your risk of chronic diseases. It helps with your skin health. It helps boost your brain and memory. It can improve your sleep quality. It can reduce pain and improve your sex life. And these, mind you, are just of the many benefits of regular exercising. I'm only trying to explain to you one of the most essential keys of health and hopefully motivate you to make more conscious choices to lead a more active lifestyle. Now let's discuss some of the things you can do to lead a healthier, more active lifestyle. First and foremost, go for walks. And I understand that sometimes it's not possible for you to leave everything and go to a park, let's say, or on a hike or whatever. Instead, I will suggest some of the things you can do to increase your daily walk. Instead of buying milk, let's say, for the whole week, get a smaller bottle and walk over to the corner store to pick it up. Additional steps. Take some time out early in the morning or late at night to go for a stroll, even if it's just around the block. It always helps to find a buddy to walk with, so ask a neighbor, ask a friend if they would like to join you. Take children to the neighborhood park, and instead of sitting on the bench, walk around while keeping an eye on them. Park your car a little bit far to get those extra few steps in. I know I'm guilty of that. I try to find the closest parking to the gate, but it always helps. You're getting a few extra steps in. Walk in your place while watching your favorite TV show. Sure, you will look like a weirdo, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Second thing that you can do to lead a more active lifestyle on a day-to-day basis is take stairs whenever you can. Choose stairs over the elevator. If you need an incentive, know that 5 minutes of climbing stairs burns up to 150 calories. That's how many calories in 15 minutes. Clean regularly and vigorously. Wipe the walls, scrub the bathtub, sweep the floor with a brush instead of a broom, move the furniture while vacuuming. Bending, lifting, squatting, pushing are all amazing for your body. And believe it or not, an hour of intense cleaning can help you burn over 1,000 calories. Sounds enticing, doesn't it? Another thing you can do is when you go for grocery shopping, use a basket instead of a cart. If you're not going to buy too much, just put things in a basket. You've got a weightlifting session in. Pace while talking on the phone. Instead of sitting and talking to your friends, walk around. Do the dishes. Instead of sticking them into the dishwasher, stand in front of the sink and do the dishes. Not only does it save water, just standing while doing dishes helps you burn calories, especially the stubborn thigh fat. Mow the lawn and do some gardening. It's an excellent way to connect with nature, de-stress, and save money on gardening cost, and get the extra movement in. Don't order takeout during your lunch break. Many of us have desk jobs, and we spend most of our time sitting anyway. So when you have your lunch hour, don't continue the pattern. Step out of the office, walk to the nearest restaurant, and get your meal. If you bring lunch from home, walk to a nearby park and eat there. Get the extra steps in. Do your own ironing. I absolutely abhor ironing. but it's a great arm workout. And don't forget those extra calories you are burning while standing in front of the ironing board. Take public transport instead of driving, especially if you live in a city and public transportation is easily available. Take it. You will help the environment, save on gas money, and get some extra exercise. Other physical activities like hiking, swimming, running, playing sports like tennis, soccer, etc. are all wonderful recreational activities to keep yourself active and healthy. So whenever you can, make time for them. Aside from that, if you want to do heavy exercise, training, or bodybuilding, I would recommend working with a fitness expert or a trainer. At least in your initial stages of training, it is important that you build balanced muscles and develop all your muscles equally and simultaneously. Otherwise, you can damage your body by some muscles straining the others. So at the end, my message is very simple. You need to move around as much as possible, be creative, find a way to be active in your day-to-day lives as much as possible, but somehow make it happen. Don't give yourself excuses. Find some additional time daily for sweat-inducing workout. You will feel its benefits all over your body. Your breathing, your digestive health, your hair, skin, nails, you name it. And not to mention a trimmed body. Let me know how you include a workout in your daily routine. I would love to hear from you. As always, be your best self and take care. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.